Hey, good morning, guys. This is John Phillip. Actually, it's not morning. It's almost noon time, but I slept in today. And I'm gonna get hot on this truck, getting this toolbox moved. This destination for that toolbox is right here. I've got to take all these CPVC fittings out, all these tools. I could have 30 pairs of channel locks on this truck for all I know. So the plan today is to minimize, get rid of some stuff. Not get rid of it, I mean, I'm gonna put it in my shop. I've got enough tools for, I may start donating them to the kids who are in the apprenticeship program. PHCC has a great 4-year program. You got to be sponsored by an employer. It's really great. They basically teach you the code book, and they teach you the code book and prepare you to take your journeyman test. But down here, being a journeyman is not a requirement. You can actually take your master's test after 5 years. 5 years of working in the field. So I'm gonna get rid of all of this stuff. I mean, I'm gonna relocate everything. I'm gonna take these shelves out. I'm gonna put them on the other side, the same bin, basically. See this set, guys? Harbor Freight, man. Nice. Got an extension. You can clean pop-ups with that, with those nylon brushes, but they've got brass and stainless steel, little hand tool and an extension. It's a nice set, man. You get into some shit. I mean, it's easier. They've got the fitting on the end to just stick it in your drill. I used to just cut off the handle on the cleaning brushes and use them when I was doing a lot of stuff, like putting 40 backflows together in a day when it was raining, you know, or, you know, 5-6 cases of shower valves. We used to prefab them in the shop, and it was a production line, but that's what we did when it was raining out. We'd clean the shop out, bring the trucks inside, clean them out, and do some prefab work, mainly shower valves and backflows. But it made it a lot easier when you were trimming houses out to just grab the backflow and stick it in the ground. So that's the plan. I'm gonna get this, I've got this charger set up with a cord hanging out of the bottom of my truck, and I can charge my batteries every day. Hook a cord up to the truck. Hope it don't burn down some night, but yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna take all this stuff out. I'm not gonna bore you with all of that. Once I get that done, I'll get back. These things, guys, they're invaluable for moving appliances. You just lift it up, put the felt side up, and you can slide them out. But I found that a moving blanket does the same thing. Double it up, put it under the appliance, pull it out. I like the moving blankets. They come in handy. Harbor Freight, very, very cheap, man. So I use closet shims on every toilet that I set, and I caulk it in. But this is the brand. This is what I got. They're the same. Jones Stevens makes them. I don't know who this company is. I don't know if you can, hopefully you can read that. But these things are great, man. I just won't set a toilet without them. And I've never had to go back and the people call me and say, hey, my toilet's rocking or moving. If your toilet's moving, it's a problem, guys. Toilets don't migrate. They're not supposed to anyways, you know what I'm saying? It's going to be a trip down memory lane. I remember when I bought these, when I first went into business, drilling holes for a Roman tub faucet and a tile deck. and I bought this one at 1 3/8, and they were about $250. And see how thick it is? That's cutting a lot of material. I used the big one for knocking out pan drains on a house, an existing house, if you don't get it in beforehand. But these were very expensive. I haven't used them in years. You can buy those nice 1 3/8. They're very, very thin diamond blade, diamond cutter. They're not cutting so much material, so it goes real quick. So this valve here, doing these new houses, we were able to come up out of the ground with CPVC, adapt underground the PVC to CPVC. And this is the valve that I used to put in on the service coming in. They were about 20 bucks back then. And I found over time that this handle was rotting off. The valve was still good and it worked, but the handle would crumble when you try to turn it off after 5 or 6 years and being outside. I think it's still a good valve for an inside installation. Sioux Chief is the manufacturer. But I went to Shock Bites back in like 2004 maybe, or even earlier, and I've been using them ever since. And I swear to God, I've never had to replace one, guys. So I don't understand why people can't see why there is no difference between a Pro Press and a Shock Bite fitting. It's an O-ring seal. The only difference is the Pro Press is a pain in the fucking ass because you got to buy all this expensive equipment, and you can't get it off without a major, you got to cut the pipe. And so Shock Bites are the thing to do. Don't resist it, guys. It's a good thing. But you can see how these were soldered in the factory. They heated up to the perfect temperature. They hit it on the top here, and then on the bottom they're pretty good. They've got it tuned so that there's no drip, but that's how they're doing it. They're not working all the way around this joint. They're putting the solder on the top. Capillary action sucks that solder in, and they know just how much to put on there to fill that joint up. And I always looked at the joints that were coming from the factory, and thought that's what a solder joint should look like. I'm not going to be wiping it with a rag and all that. People get wiping joints confused with wiping a fucking joint, a drain joint. But anyways, little tidbit. All right, guys, so I'm almost there. I have enough CPVC fittings on this truck to plumb like 5 fucking houses, I realized. And so I'm gonna thin it out, just put them on a shelf. And see this, guys? If you're averse to using those plastic shims, when I first started plumbing, we shimmed toilets with lead. Cut a nice little thin piece, roll it up, tap it, leave a little so you can get your finger on it, get it to where you need it, and cut it off with a putty knife the same way. I haven't done that in 25 years because of the shims. They came out with those shims and they're great, but if you ever need to shim anything, lead's the way to go, man. Take an old roof flashing and make your shim. Water heaters, whatever, man. A couple of brackets, I could probably use them for something. Haven't found anything. The thing that I'm most excited about, actually, going through that whole bin, is this fucking Sawzall blade. I found one of my old Lennox. I bought like 50 of these a long time ago and burned through them, and I can't find them anymore. It's hard to find them, I'll say that. But yeah, that excited me. Imagine that, a fucking 2-inch Sawzall blade. Go figure. This is another example. I bought a new pair of cutters, 6 months ago. You go through those CPVC cutters, you're going to end up buying a couple pairs a year. They cut up to 1 inch. But when I bought it, I bought an extra blade, and I thought I did, but I had no fucking clue where it was. So I just found it. But I bought a new one the other day at about 25 bucks, but I already had one and couldn't find it. So perfect example. All right, guys, so I'm gonna get these shelves out, and then the next thing is to empty that toolbox over on the other side. Alright guys, this thing's all cleaned out, ready to roll. Here's my next project. I've got a fucking wheelbarrow here, and I'm just gonna chuck all the shit that I don't need in these boxes in this wheelbarrow, and that's it. I got probably 20 of these on here. Fucking basin wrenches, screwdrivers out the yazoo, strikers. I don't need that. New construction. Here's a new blade. I don't know if you guys can read that. That's one of those carbide blades. Don't need that. Don't need that. I'm gonna keep these T-handle. I need these scissors. Got some extra flints. Don't need that. Got 20 of them. I've got fucking 30 of these. I do want this offset screwdriver. Sometimes you get into a situation. Another basin wrench. Another basin wrench. This one looks fucking brand new. Maybe I'll cut it. Strap wrench, I'll keep that. A brand new level. You guys don't ever buy a level that the bottom is beveled in. You know, it's got a little angle on the end, because it'll fuck up a whole rough end. You need to make sure it's straight all the way down. Buy that one with the bevel, you'll be thinking you're at the bottom of the fitting, and you put it in all fucked up. Here's another one of those levels. You can see the increments on it. Really nice, easy tool to teach guys. And then once you look back at the other one, I don't use increments when I use a level, because I know what it looks like on a bubble, you know, on the center bubble. That's it. This is all. I probably have 30 of these fucking things. Another pair of channies. I'll keep that. This is a great tool. 2-inch fucking basin wrench. Getting on those nuts down on a tub or whatever. It's nice to have that. I don't need 10 pairs of snips. These wrenches are what I use on compression stops. Craftsman. It's Craftsman, man. Go. I always need a spare if it breaks one. Old crusty fucking screwdriver for pounding it out. Cutters, I never used them. I'm not gonna use that. Yeah. Got a magnet. I'm gonna need that. More strap wrenches. These, I bought all of this shit in one day trying to get the bonnet nut off of a fucking Delta shower valve. None of it fucking worked. Not sure what that is. I think it goes to a ladder. Tubing bender, I need that. I don't need these. Definitely need these when you're cutting slabs. You need to cut that wire and that shit and peen it over, because it'll open you up like a fucking, it's nasty. So this is the pin for that drill I showed you, that carbide bit. It has a bunch of tips. Acetylene, which I'll keep these. I need to clean them up. Anybody got any ideas on cleaning these and cleaning the orifice? Let me know. Appreciate it. I like these little cutters. They cut ice maker. I'm gonna keep these on here. So I got 3 notches in this. That was my thing. I put 3 notches, and then I had a guy work for me, and he says, yeah, I got that. I use the same method. I have 4 notches. And I was like, you do, huh? So you steal my shit and put another notch in it? Is that what you're saying? I never used that. You know what I did with these one day? I took the blades out, put them on the outside, 2 blades on the outside of 1 tool, and I use it for notching insulation on a block wall. If you got a pipe that needs to be in the insulation, you can cut a nice clean notch, peel it out with this tool, and tape it over. I don't use them anymore either. Torx head, I should probably keep that. I need that. I'll keep these. Swagging tool. Got a couple of them. Get the gist of it, guys. 3/8 nut driver. Another fucking oil filter wrench. I don't need that level. More channel locks, more scissors. Lighter. Good old Craftsman. Crescent wrenches made in USA. The good ones. Tub tool. Putty knife. I'll keep all this shit in here. This guy can go. Acid brush. These linesman pliers, Klein's. I found these fuckers in a dumpster 35 years ago when I was working. The electrician must have cut a hot wire because there's a chunk taken out, and I remember him fucking bitching. You know, they're pretty anal, and it just looks like you fucked up. Your co-workers can see you you cut a hot line. So he threw them out, and I crawled in that fucking dumpster and grabbed them. I've had them ever since. They do good for me. But look at, see the sun shining? This guy did it a few times. More cutters. This is a great little tool, old-fashioned. I like that. I got enough fucking nut drivers to. This is some kind of a specialty tool I needed. I'm not sure what the hell they are anymore. Another puller. You need these guys to get those snap rings out of the shutoff valves on a mowing. If you If you didn't realize, when you turn them things, those little screwdriver stops, the rubber spins in the middle, and the only way to do it is to pull it out. Take the snap ring out, pull the stem out, pull the rubber out, clean it up, grease it, put it back in, and don't ever touch them again. Always turn the water off outside, guys. What I'm saying. Don't need that. My Klein, but I lost the other rubber. Fucking Mambo Easy Out. I got a bunch of Easy Outs up here. What do you think? I need a couple more of these? I've already seen 3 of them. I'll take the best looking one. Got about 10 of these, I think. It's a sickness, guys. It is a sickness. I don't know what this is. Ow, I know what that is. Those are blades. A couple extra cartridge pullers, mowing. Sometimes you need a good breaker bar. This I don't really need. Got another pair of these on the other side of the truck. Got another pair of these. I think I'll keep these because I may need 2 of them. These I might need. Got a pretty nice tripod here for videos and shit. You know, I like using these when I'm doing concrete work, you know, chipping out floors or whatever. I use these hard plastic, and I don't dirty up my my nice soft canvas knee pads when I'm working in somebody's house, you know. So I'll hang on to these. Guy that worked for me, Sergey from Ukraine, great guy. He made this tool for tightening up the drain on a tub, the shoe, you know. It fits right down in there. He welded it all up out of conduit. He was pretty, you know, he comes from a place where if you need something, you have to make it or find it. So this works out good, and you don't scratch the tub. If your tool slips off, your wrench or your screwdriver, you could put a nice gouge in a tub, and he did this so that this handle was up above the top of the tub. So that's a great tool. I'll keep that on there. This is a scraper, and these are the blades for it. Never use it. How about this? More fucking levels, guys. I don't know, man. I want to show you guys. Let me know if you guys feel the same way. I don't like the new cutters. I don't like this hand wheel. I like the old style. Luckily, I have some old ones with the smaller hand wheel. I just don't like that. I don't need all of these on my truck. Here's another fucking flaring tool. Put the old one in there. Son of a bitch, another striker. Shorties. That's a nice little set, man. Keep that. Toothless. I'll keep them. Son of a bitch. Another level. Fuck, another basin wrench. This is for brake jobs. Any of you guys who do mechanics would know. I need to keep that. This is Viagra, in case you're having a hard day, you know, I mean, I'm kidding. It says Unisom, but I don't know what the fuck's in there. Ah, cutter wheels. Son of a bitch. I had no idea I even had them. You know, I've got them disguised in a Unisom fucking. Any of you guys know what that is? Battery for a pass load framing nailer. That's all we used when we were doing new construction. My guys, if we had to put backing up, we were shooting it in. Because it'd take them fucking 5 hours to nail the shit in. Nice little saw for drywall, I need that. Moisture analyzer, Ryobi. Always need one of them. Can anybody tell me what this is? I'm not gonna say it. If you know what it is, let me know in the comments section. .30-foot tape, I'll keep that. Another puller for pulling the the nut and ferrule off a 1/2 inch. I've got 100 fucking flashlights at least. Tile nippers, I'll keep them. Mambo fucking screwdriver, I'll keep that. Little diamond inside cutter. Does a good job cleaning out. I use this when I put one of those closet flanges in with the Allen wrenches. I use this to clean and scour the inside of the 4-inch pipe, get it really nice and clean and shiny, get all the debris off of that, and then you're going to get a good seal. This just makes it easy. Sometimes you have so much buildup on that you can't even get the flange in. So this is a great tool. I lost it 7-8 years ago and I'm glad I found it. Because what I do instead, when I don't have this, I take a 2-foot piece of 1.5 inch pipe, plastic, and I just fucking, you know, shave the inside of it until it's clean. But this works real nice. It's a good tool to have, guys. Always need one of these. An empty fucking screwdriver tip thing. These guys, self-feeder bits, 2 9/16, 2 1/8, 1 inch, 1 1/8. I must have 100 of these fucking things, and I bought 3 more the other day because it was a good deal. $45 for Milwaukee 3 drill set. Somewhere in here. Look at this. 40 bucks? Oh, 60. But I used to pay $45 for the 2 9/16, so this is a new technology, probably the way they cut the teeth, but I can't turn down a good deal, man. See this? Jet Sweat. those pesky fucking leaks that don't want to stop. I've used this once since the day I bought it, and all I've done is replace the rubbers because they dry out, the smaller ones. But it's good to have, man. You just never know. Alright, so I think I'm getting close to being able to move this. And what I'm going to do is try to, I'm going to try to take it out with the tools in it, what's left in it. Put it on my my little lift, my water heater lift. Gotta have them, guys. This is when it gets interesting. I'm gonna try to get this thing out. Alright guys, so I got my water heater lift out. That's standard equipment for my truck. I carry it with me all the time. I bought it at Harbor Freight. I think probably 250 bucks. But when you're a one-man show, you can't be lugging fucking water heaters, you know, putting gas heaters up on a stand, all that shit. So that's all she wrote, man. I'll do the same thing on that bottom tray. It may be light. Bring it over to the other side, and unfortunately I'm gonna have to put it on this on my tailgate because I gotta get the other one out first, put it in, and then slide this one in on top of it. That's all she wrote, boys. I'll do the same thing again. Bring that other one over to the other side. My neighbor's going crazy over there. My neighbor's fucking wigging out on the mail lady because she don't close his fucking mailbox. One of them angry white men. That motherfucking stuff is stuck in there. Might be smaller. I would have never guessed that. Seems like it's a little shorter. Shit. Alright, so I'm gonna go to plan B on this. It's typical for me. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to put this bottom box up on this shelf because it's actually 2.5 inches higher. 2.5 inches wider than the other side. For some reason I just assumed they were the same size. Probably has to do with fuel and whatever. I mean, the body's on straight, but so I've got enough room to stack those boxes, put the bottom box here and the second box up on top, and I can build some legs so it won't tip over. I think that's what I'm gonna do, man. And because I've always had that wasted space behind here, that'll be good. I'll get it right up against the back, and then I'll have all this to put power tools and shit down there. That's great if it works. Alright guys, so what I have to do with plan B is I need to cut this top off, man. Maybe I could just cut it in half so I have a little latch up here and the latching mechanism will work still. I gotta see what I have overall. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna cut 2.5, I'm gonna leave 2.5 inches here, or 3 inches, and that's gonna be enough for me to flip that up. I don't really need this, it stays open all the time anyways, but I do like having the locking mechanism back there to lock these drawers. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna cut a nice line across here with my grinder and put the baby in there. Alright guys, so what I'm gonna use is this little tile saw that I have. It's got a diamond blade. It seems to cut right through this shit pretty easily, so that's how I'm gonna do it. Just need to get a guide set up. So much for the guide, but I'm gonna eyeball it, guys. What the fuck happened? This thing's got a fucking reset on it. It's a real pain, man. The only complaint I have. Woo! Don't fuck with the big dog, that's all I'm saying. I've got some real nice little like trim for a boat or something. It'll slide right over that. It's like a U, so I'll get rid of the sharp edges. Looks good from Oneyville, guys. It looks good from Oneyville. That's all I got to say. This come on. Hit that with a grinder real quick. Yeah. Damn, I just took some shrapnel to the fucking belly. Alright guys, so I got this thing in here. The top flips up. Seems to be a little long, but that's okay. What I'm going to use the top for, because that's an easy place for shit to get lost. Any power tools that can fit up in there, that's what I'll do. I just have to get this thing secured so that it can't slide around. I just make some some pieces of wood that will prevent it from going forward and back. Maybe run one right across here, a piece of aluminum or something, some angle iron, some corner brackets or something, keep it just like that so it can't flip down. And I'll be good, man. It'll really work out good for me. And the top, I should have probably taken a little more off. And I actually have to hold it out off of the back. So I'm gonna have to drop some 2x4 down behind it. But I really need these to lock. I don't need every time I take a turn for every drawer to be flying open, you know. So it's going to work good. I've got a lot of space under here that I can put trays or whatever. So this is really, for me, maximizing my my space, and it's going to do good, man. Let me get rolling, get some shit done here. All right, guys. So I've got these brackets here, which are going to work good on this side. I'm going to put one here and one on the bottom. Keep this thing from sliding around on this side. Then on this side, because it's a little, I want to maximize my space. So I've got it pulled, I've got the box pulled to this side as far as I can go and still be able to open the drawers all the way to the front. I've got a 2x4 on this side and a 2x4 laying down on the other side to keep it from moving, one in the back. And so I'm going to go ahead and put these brackets up on this side and then figure something out for for the other side. Maybe I'll be able to use these with a piece of angle iron and just strap it like that. That's probably what I'll do. All right. Oops. Boy, that's nice. I got just enough room to get that fucking drill in there. Do the old fucking left-hander. I think that's gonna work, man. If it doesn't, we'll fix it. That's all. Trial and error, my friends. Thing ain't moving, man. Put that one right down there. We'll throw another one on the bottom. There we go. It's fucking tight, bro. It's tight, man. This one's tighter than the top. I wonder if it's straight. What's gonna have to do. That's it, man. That thing ain't going anywhere. Get one more screw in there. So that takes care of that side. Keeps it from dropping down in the front. Keeps it from moving forward. As you can see, these are too short for this side. And I think what I'll do is I'll put a channel here. Go get a channel. Alright guys, so at this point, I honestly don't think this box is going anywhere without doing anything on this side, because I'd like to utilize this space, and if I put a member across here, it's gonna cut into whatever I can do back there. I may stack some pipes 2-inch all the way down the side of this so that I could stick things in there, and like hoses or whatever, excess hoses. But I'm gonna leave it like this. I've got some channel here. I've got some channel. I was thinking maybe put a leg on this, you know, to take some of the stress off of the center of that box in the back. But I don't, like I said, I don't want to impede this space. I need it all open down here to put boxes or whatever. So we'll see how this works out. It looks like it's dropping already a little bit, and I don't want to, I may have to jack that up and throw a leg in there. The other side's nice and strong. We'll see. I'll be able to fix it if it doesn't work out, but my plan is to take some of these boxes let's see what fits in here, man. I'm not sure. So these are DeWalt boxes, which I like. Let's see if that big dog fits in. These are all my shark bite fins. Yeah, see, that doesn't fit. Okay, we're on to Plan B. Plan B plumbing at your service. Yeah. So my other thing is, I like these trays, man, are fucking unbelievable. Over here, guys. Back over on this side. So I really like these guys. They fit nice. You can label them on the end. Like this one is all ice maker parts, so it used to be. And before I changed my shark bites, that's what it was. But it's like I can get 2 of them on top of each other. So 2, 4, 6, 8 of them. That's pretty good. 8 little bins, and they're easy to get out. Either that or I'll put all my power tools under here. My battery operated shit, sawzall, stuff that I need on a daily basis. But I'm happy where I am. It's 2:30. I started at 11:30, and I've got my whole fucking truck torn apart. I probably have 6 hours worth of work putting it back together, but I got it in here, man. He ain't going nowhere. Utilizing all the space, pretty much right up to the door here. There's something wrong with this drawer. I bent it. And that lock still works, see? All my shit's locked, so it's gonna be a nice addition to my my repertoire. Easy access, that's the ticket. Hey guys, so I'm thinking this video's getting long. I've got a lot of shit to do here. This tailgate's full of tools that was in this box. This stuff is all going to end up back in my wood shop or tool shed. But I got to figure out what I'm going to do here. Maybe I'm not paying $45 for each plastic. I'll buy some fishing tackle boxes, make my own frame. You know, I like to be able to grab a box without having to unbolt all of them or move all of them like the Milwaukee shit. So I don't know what I'm gonna do here. I've got the shelves. Every time I got a truck, I told them, I said, I want a shelf. Every time I ordered a new truck, I said, I want a shelf for every location that there you can put a shelf like this. 4 shelves in this box. Same thing with these. I think you can put, yeah, it's just 1 shelf. But I made sure I got them all, you know, so I've got, with all the trucks I've had, I've got extras of these things, and they're all Knapheide or Redding. They all fit. So I'll figure something out, but this video is going to get very long, and I'm going to cut it off and pick it up again tomorrow. And I'm very happy with this toolbox being on this side of the truck. It's just, I didn't need all of that shit every day when I was doing new construction. But service is a different game, and I need specialty tools almost every single day. You get into stuff, it's just a totally different game. I knew what I was getting into. I could plumb a brand new house with my eyes closed in my sleep. Minimal tools. pretty simple, but service is different, so you got to have the shit. And I pride myself on that, having the stuff I need. I hardly ever have to. If I got to go 5 times to a supply house during the year, that's, I mean, leave a job and go get something, that would be an outrageous number. I usually have everything I need on my truck. That's why it's like this. Yeah. Anyways, I'm making steps in the right direction. Been inspired by not just me, not just Steve Lav, but I watched another kid named Valentin. I think that's the name of it, Valentin Plumbing. This kid's a fucking neatnik. His shit's so sparkling clean. I don't know if I want to get to that point, but you know, he's got it organized, man. It seems like I have more shit than most people have on a truck. I mean, just my supply hoses. That's crazy, man. Those 2 flashlights, they haven't worked for 6-7 years. I just can't throw them out, man. Just can't. But I like the blue one. It's cool, you know. I like the look of it. Even if it doesn't work, fuck it. It looks good. You know what I'm saying? I have issues, guys. Little bit of hoarder. Little fucking tarded. Do the best I can. So we'll pick it up again tomorrow. After, I'm not going to do much more than just put this stuff in a safe place. So it doesn't get caught by the rain. And we'll pick it up. Maybe I'll do some more shooting tonight. I'll take a little break here. And I hope you enjoy it. I probably ask some questions along the way. If you want, I'd appreciate some comments. And have a great day. Thanks for watching, and thanks for subscribing. And I really enjoy doing this, bringing you guys along, man. I've always enjoyed having people work with me, and it just makes the day go by easier. I do have this, I'm so used to walking around talking to myself that I'm getting some strange looks, you know. I was in Publix the other day at the meat counter, just fucking talking to myself like I'm talking to this camera, and people are starting to like detour around me. Yeah, little adjustment, little learning curve with this YouTube shit. Anyways, see ya.